Here we go. We're about to find out. All right. What's up, everybody? And I wanted to, every now and then I like to give back to the community and introduce you to, that is in my ears there, introduce you to people that I know, that I trust, that get shit done. And that's what I want to do today. So we're just going to take, 10 or 15 minutes of your time and introduce you to a new way of thinking around business. So this is my friend, Jeff Brekken here, and I call him the entrepreneur's secret weapon. There's lots of folks that sell the products that he sells and does what he, but there's very few people that do what he does. Let me put it that way, right? There's lots of people that sell the products that are in the industry that we'll talk about. But he's got a unique spin and really doesn't think like a salesperson. He thinks like the business owner. That we've taught on this channel here. But I believe that there's 4 levels of business, right? You're an employee somewhere. And then the second, that's level 1. Second, that doesn't matter whether you're in sales or whether you are in customer service or engineering. It doesn't matter, you're employed somewhere. Level 2 is self-employed. You're an entrepreneur. That's where you don't know what you don't know, but you're starting your own stuff, right? You really got to have 2 skills to be able to do that. That's marketing and sales. At the second level, you need to learn how to hire and train. At the third level, which is an executive, that would make you a CEO or on the board of directors at least. Then you need to learn leadership and brand building. And then the fourth and final level is ownership. So along those ways, what happens is most of you are in between level 1 and level 2. You're either at level 1 or level 2. And when you get at level 2 and you're self-employed, that means you have less than 3 employees. Maybe you sub out to contractors, but if you're a sole proprietor, self-employed person, that's the biggest learning curve, right? You got to learn how to manage your taxes. You got to learn how to manage your benefits, what insurance you should cover. Should you have a retirement fund? How do you take care of the 1 or 2 or 5 or 6 employees that you're about to hire or are hiring? And those are questions that get answered all over the internet a million different ways. And it's hard to really figure out what information is good. So I just wanted to bring somebody on here that can simplify that process for you, help make some sense of it, and then somebody that you can do business with and trust that I'm willing to put my stamp of approval on. So with that being said, meet my friend Jeff here from Blue Sky Benefit Solutions. What up, Jeff?
Ryan, I appreciate it. There's very few insurance people, insurance agencies that you will ever hear in the history of insurance say insurance is a commodity and anybody that with insurance license can actually sell the stuff, right? Because it's true. Everybody can sell insurance if they have an insurance license. But what value are you bringing to the client truly? And that's it.
When I did mortgages, the insurance guys always would come around, right? They want our P&C insurance, right? Because you could get a house insurance from me and then they would upsell the cars and whatever the hell else. Those dudes would offer, and ladies too, all they would ever offer is they would bring cookies in or sometimes pins with their name on them. What the fuck, I need a pin with your name on it, and maybe they would offer you to go to lunch, and I remember oftentimes, and you guys think about this too, when we would throw events when I was in the mortgage business in the corporate world, I would hit the insurance person up, and hell, half the time they wouldn't even, 99% of the time, they wouldn't even be one of the sponsors of the events. It's like, dude, I sent you 20 deals this month and you can't even help us out over here, right? That's usually how it is. It's a me situation.
100%. That's, and that's very, very, very typical. And, it's always about the goodies and about, pens and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, the brass tacks is it's always about, hey, golf, right? Insurance people love golfing. They love to take Fridays off, all that good stuff. But when it comes down to it is, what are they doing to increase your bottom line? What are they doing to grow your business? And that's all it is, right? And so that's the approach that we take. What can we do to grow your bottom line? And what can we do to increase your business? And to be honest with you, we can do a lot. So for instance, most people have no idea that you can, if with an S Corp, that you can write that 14-day house off that you have, whether it's your primary house, whether it's your secondary house, whatever it is, right? You can do 14 days of your primary house off. And a lot of people don't. I mean, why is that coming from me? Why isn't that coming from their local accountant, right? So,
Yep.
I mean, that's just one little piece of information that accountants don't know, insurance people don't know, and that's just one little thing. And that's right off the top line of their taxes, right?
You know, a lot of people in a lot of the sales, and I know you're not like an insurance salesman. It's much bigger than that. That's just a small piece that we're talking about here. But I mean, the whole big picture is most people, myself included, look at insurance as a liability, right? You got to pay car insurance, you got to pay health insurance. If you're like me and you're healthy, you got to pay health insurance. You never even fucking use the shit, you know. And
Yep.
all, and so it the right person on their team and you know how to tie it into the other mechanisms and everything else, insurance can actually become an asset instead of a liability. You can actually use it to your benefit. You can actually make money, protect money, short side taxes and everything else if it's used properly. But most people in the industry, they're just going out there selling you some shit that costs you money because that's what makes them money, instead of setting you up on a structure where you can use insurance to leverage a bunch of different ways and benefit from it as an asset instead of a liability. But you do more than insurance, right? Like you do the whole benefits and solutions and everything, which insurance is a big part of that, but you have a much bigger process to really just look out for the overall operations that an entrepreneur would have, correct?
Yeah, that's just, like you said, that's just one little piece of it. We take a look at the HR, the onboarding, the processes. We literally can take your onboarding a new hire, take that totally paperless. So I-9s, W-4s, all your policies, procedures. And a lot of people will take a new hire and the first 4 or 5 hours of that new hire, they're going through all of that stuff and making sure that their I's are dotted, their T's are crossed. And I'm telling you, that's an HR nightmare. But with our system, all that stuff can be done prior to the first minute of that new hire being on the job. So that system is an unbelievable system. So if we can do all that stuff paperlessly and making sure that it's all done by the time that employee hits the job site, and we gave that time back to the HR or the owner or the owner's spouse or whoever is doing that, that's a pretty hefty job. And look at all that time that you got back.
Yeah, you know, and so how do you typically work, right? You have a bunch of different services and products that you know, depending on what the individual entrepreneur needs, that you like tailor a package. So do you get people on like calls typically? I know it's what we did, but I mean, you get people on calls typically and listen to their problems and what they're trying to accomplish, or how does that typically work for you?
Yeah, everybody's got a different, you know, unique business and challenge and all that good stuff, and the way that they currently do stuff. So, you know, we will do like a discovery meeting, figure it out. Maybe some people we you know, there's nothing that we can really do to help them out, not necessarily, but there's usually something that we can help with. But there's usually the processes, procedures area, always we can help. Sometimes, whether it's a huge company, maybe we don't even want to take them on, to be honest with you, because sometimes they're just monsters. But we have companies that are 800-900 employees. We can go all the way down to 3-4 employees. But it all depends on, yeah, I mean, we can piece it out, puzzle it together, or however you want to do it. I mean, there's a ton of different stuff that we can help out with. And a lot of times you are 100% correct. Earlier you said something about, you know, it's all about taxes and doing a lot of different things. A lot of people don't realize that they're paying payroll tax liabilities right now. And every single month, every single quarter, they're paying in. Well, I'm telling you, the right insurance person in their lives can help you reduce that as much as possible. So if you're not with the right person, you are paying way too much in payroll tax liabilities right now.
Yep. Yeah. And that shit's about to go up too.
100%.
You know, it is about to go up. So if they want to, here's what I would recommend, right? It's like, you got a business, you got a hiring bottleneck, that you're not covered in insurance, or maybe you're paying too much for insurance. You think something, you just know that you know that your shit's not right. You got no HR in place, you got no real payroll system, you're writing checks and hoping you remember who you wrote what to, or all that stuff. Like set up a call with somebody on Jeff's team, right? Like, Jeff, how do they they got a website, some shit they can go to?
Yeah, we've got, website, www.blueskybenefits.com, or just get a hold of me, Facebook, Jeff Brekken, Brekken, or IG J Brekken 35. And then please check out our new podcast.
Go to the website, fill out their information there, and then hop on a call with Jeff. And so on Jeff's team that can help you out. Because here's the thing, I just want to bring good people to you that I know that are going to take care of you, that aren't going to hit you with some sideline, over the face, crap, right? Somebody who actually truly wants to help you. So if you own a business, the best thing you can do, especially if you know that you're lacking in the insurance, HR, tax area, right? Even if you got a fucking rat's nest that you need unraveled, they may not be the people that can do it for you, but Jeff's got a hell of a network of people, and he can send you to someone that can fix your unique situation if he's not able to help you out. Meanwhile, most of you, if not all of you that own a business, need what he sells anyway. So you ought to at least let him evaluate what you've currently got to see what he can improve, save you money on, protect you more, blah, blah, blah. So go over there to, blueskybenefits.com?
Yes, sir.
Go over there, fill out the information, and someone from his team will reach out to you. Like I said, this is I'm gonna say this with Jeff on here. These guys that typically are really smart about this stuff aren't the outgoing personality like me. So don't let his timidness and shyness of the video camera make you think, oh, well, he's not like Ryan. He's not this video personality. No, he's like super smart and got this shit dialed in. And so reach out to him, go to that website, and someone on his team will get you fixed up. So thanks for coming on here with us, Jeff.
I appreciate you, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. So I appreciate you taking care of our